What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today is a date that we are not going to reveal.
Undisclosed date.
For better or for worse.
Undisclosed location.
And welcome back, Rone. How's it going?
Dude, good, man. Just good, bro. Just fucking long work day, but you know what I mean? Just fucking grinding, dude. Nothing I love more than fucking appeasing my body, appeasing my mind, and appeasing my soul. And that's what this is.
Agreed. Yeah, I had a pretty intense workout before we did the pod.
Yes, dude. They said you were grunting.
Did they? Who's they?
Just people on the street have been talking about it.
I saw sponsored Rob at the gym. I did. When I was leaving, though, luckily. I might not be able to go back after that.
What kind of shit is sponsored Rob doing at the gym?
Know. He was showing up with a big-ass bag.
Really?
Like he's probably about to throw on some, fingerless
gloves.
Dude,
I was literally about to say weightlifting gloves with no fingers on. But to run on a treadmill.
Yeah.
He's just sprinting.
He's got the fingerless gloves with the belt, with the lifting belt, and he's just on the exercise bike.
Yeah, just fucking cranking, sweating, fucking listening to music with his headphones facing out. I saw a workout the other day of a guy who just fucking walks with 45-pound weights in either hand on the treadmill. He just is going on a fucking incline.
One of my buddies tried to convince me to do that. He said it was called the farmer's workout. It's for your forearms.
Hell no, dude. Hell no. Hell no. You get laughed out of the gym.
You know what actually is a good exercise, though?
Is
holding a kettlebell, a heavy kettlebell in one arm.
Oh, and swinging it around your body?
No, and walking around and, maintaining, keeping it at the same level, not letting it sag. So, it's a very good core workout.
Dude, but I feel like that just makes you look like a goof at the gym.
No, I was doing it. I was walking laps around the gym. No one gives a fuck about what you're doing at the gym.
You think so?
No,
that was
really
one of my main insecurities as a young gym goer. Just being a pussy, trying to fucking overlift, only doing certain exercises.
If you're overlifting, people will definitely notice. But for the most part, I feel like people don't really care what you do.
But I wasn't trying to go in there and be benching two 25-pound dumbbells or something like that.
No. If you're doing 25s, you gotta go home, do some push-ups, and then come back in the next week.
Bro, that's a fact. Bro, why can't you put out a fucking workout on bodybuilding.com? Drop the fucking routine for the people.
No, I used to do 20. I used to bench with the 20-pound dumbbells.
Yeah. You would fucking, you need to start somewhere.
But now I'm just cranking the 60s.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. No.
My fucking dog, bro. What kind of splits are we looking at? Drop the splits, weekly split drop.
Well, I'm on a plan right now where I do heavy weight. So it's push, pull, legs, and it's 6 times a week. So Monday's push, then pull, then legs, then push, then pull, then legs. But Monday, it's heavy weight, and same with Tuesday, and then legs, obviously, and then Thursday is lightweight high reps, and then same with the rest of the
And that's where that bulk is coming from. That's where you're getting a lot of bulk. You want to make sure that you double down in your protein on those days. Make sure you have a lot of lean protein. Make sure you're eating a lot of peanut butter, fish, calories, maybe some brown rice right after the workout to replace some of that if you're doing a little bit of cardio. But that's the fucking drill most of the time. That's the best way. And there's fucking Rob right now, fingerless gloves and all.
See that bag he's got?
But he's got an umbrella. What are your thoughts on umbrellas? You'll never catch me in an umbrella. Beta
male.
Let the rain fall down and fucking wash away my fucking fears, bro. Fucking drench me in rain.
When I think of rain, I think of Stan by Eminem.
Damn. I guess that whole video.
When I'm walking in the rain, you can usually bet I'm listening to Stan.
Dear Slim.
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why.
I used to think it was my tears have gone cold.
I used to think that too until I looked up the lyrics, probably. Usually I almost always have the lyrics wrong until I look them up.
I know somebody that looks up lyrics on their cell phone, and whenever there's a rap song, they pretend to know the lyrics and read along. Is that a thing?
No,
because when I watch this person do it, how do you think you're fooling me into thinking that you know every single song that's on the radio a little bit as you're just fake scrolling your phone?
But sometimes when you listen to music, it's fun to look up the lyrics and sing along and make sure you get all the lyrics down.
It is?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that? Do you know Nick Coletti?
Yes.
The Viner.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he has a funny Vine where he's a person who wants everyone to know they know the lyrics and it's the song that's with the birds it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he's with the birds I share this, and he turns on the music and he's with the birds I'll share this lonely view.
I didn't know what that was. What song do you think you know the best the lyrics to the best of all the songs?
realistically, probably
Renegade by Eminem.
No.
It's just I'm
not
in
a
a
rap
position to
song.
talk to these kids and they listen to.
It would probably be Piano Man, Billy Joel.
Really?
Or
you know the whole of Piano Man?
if I had it in the background, yeah, I would know the whole thing. And then probably Visions of Johanna by Bob Dylan.
How's that one go? I don't even think I know that song.
You're gonna have to listen to it, brother.
You can't even tell me.
I'm
some
not
of the
trying
words?
to get, bro. I'm not trying to get DCMA'd right now.
You could get seriously taken down. It's not public domain yet. Dylan's estate will come. Or Dylan's alive.
Dylan is alive, and apparently, I think he sold his like entire music collection to like some like network for like $500 million.
Oh, he recently did that, right? Because he was like, I'm old as fuck. I just want to live.
He's so old.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who should be dead.
Yeah,
at this point, he shouldn't be dead because like he just age-wise.
You think he would be dead?
How long ago he was? Like,
I mean,
a really
he was like
relevant,
popping in the
guy.
60s.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that put so many drugs into his body that he like pre-embalmed himself.
You think so?
I think that him and like Keith Richards and all those dudes who just like were slamming so many drugs and at Woodstock just on a farm, fucking.
Yeah.
Like, they had.
I mean, the whole motorcycle thing.
What did he do on a motorcycle?
He like where he was. That's where like the new Basement tapes come from. And the old and the Basement tapes, the original Basement tapes. He was driving home. He was in New York and he was driving on a motorcycle and he got in a car crash and like the whole thing got like swept under the radar. Like it wasn't reported in like they wasn't reported to the police at all. And then he just like he moved back to Woodstock, and he just like lived there in like his house, and he like wrote like thousands of songs in the basement, and that's where the Basement tapes come from. And then the new Basement tapes with the Mumford and Sons dude. That is
and Elvis Costello
that was
and
all, yeah.
Jim whatever.
Yeah,
from,
that was all like
there
was like a chest full of lyrics, like full of songs written just like on pieces of paper, and they just like took those and made it.
That's fire to have shit in a chest, and anytime put some kind of actual treasure in a chest.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like he must have had something severely wrong, like with his mind.
Why? Because he wrote so many good songs?
There's no possible way that like a normal person could write that many good songs when he was like 17.
Why? Why couldn't a normal person? Bro,
no one's written that many good songs before.
If you put your Twitter in a chest, people would be saying the exact same shit about you.
No, they would not.
Yes, they would.
He has like
how did he not miss? He was but 17. He was but a boy.
Not even comparable. He has like dozens of songs that are over like 10 minutes long, and they're all like bangers.
Are they actually bangers, though?
I'm like a huge Dylan fan.
I could tell.
I'm a big Dylan.
You ever go on his tour of New York?
No, I didn't. I've never seen him live. My friend Matt has seen him live.
But I'm saying his tour of like where he used to live in New York. Like,
oh no, when my friends from Chicago were here, that we were gonna do that. We were gonna go like look at all like the bars that he used to perform at and stuff.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Kiss the soil.
But I imagine all of that is probably like pretty renovated and shit. It's probably not the same.
Bro, you should get in a motorcycle accident to pay homage to him.
I know.
You should just fucking get T-boned on a motorcycle. Do it for Dylan.
You know, I did I went to a diner for breakfast a couple weeks ago, and that was like the home of Seinfeld.
Really?
Yeah, it was a picture of Jerry Seinfeld with like a script in his hand in a booth.
Is it the diner from Seinfeld?
Because in the first episode, in the pilot episode, they're in a diner, right?
I think every episode they're in a diner.
Yeah.
Have you never seen Seinfeld?
I haven't seen a lot of it.
I don't really like Bob Dylan that much, so I understand someone not liking things. I'm not gonna break your balls over it because I don't go crazy over some things.
No, I understand people not. To an extent. I like if someone was like, I don't like Bob Dylan, I don't care. It pisses me off when people are like, oh, I love Bob Dylan, but he can't sing. It's like, well, if he couldn't sing, then he wouldn't be like one of the most famous musicians ever.
Yeah, he doesn't have a beautiful voice. But I've heard people
like
say that
voice.
about John Legend.
Yeah, like he has. Like, I think he has. I like his voice a lot, but like I mean, like you either like him or you're down. Either like him
kind
or
of
you're
weird.
down. Yeah, you either
Just
like him or you're down. It's not like
it.
Oh, he's such a good lyricist, but he can't sing.
Yeah, he's definitely a lyrics first guy, not a.
It's like, so what? Do you just sit in your bed and you just read his lyrics? It's like you either like him or you don't like him.
Just read along.
Yeah,
just do a little read along.
No one's listening to a song that just like they hate, and they're like, oh, but the lyrics in this are just so good.
I got blasted by a motorcycle. That's I feel like motorcycles are the stupidest thing that you can do.
Yeah, what do you think about mopeds?
Equally dumb.
Really?
You're gonna get fucking blasted if you're on a moped.
Brother, weren't you just on an ATV a couple weeks ago?
ATV has
weekend?
4 wheels and it's going on a fucking
Sounds
course.
like you don't know how to ride a bike.
I definitely do.
You never graduated from the tricycle.
Dude, my dad told me about a time when he said that he tried to learn how to ride a bike, and he was at college at Princeton, and he said that there was this massive hill that he tried to learn how to ride a bike on. He was doing fine at the top of the hill, and then he started going down the hill, and he lost control of the bike, and it spooked him, and he never fucking rode a bike again. A couple years ago, I went to Princeton to go see his stomping grounds or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a fucking flat piece of ground. There was no fucking hill at all. And
That's
he acted
hilarious.
like he was just flying down, just legs out, screaming, fucking terrified.
Have you ever do you ever skateboard or longboard?
I longboarded. I used to have a long house, so I would just longboard up and down the hallway.
Yeah.
But I never longboarded to class or anything.
So you never got any speed wobble?
No, I
never
got
that?
speed wobble.
Oh,
Going downhill
it
too
is
fast.
The craziest feeling ever.
Why?
I used to longboard a lot when I was in middle school until freshman year, because that's how we would get around town, me and my friends, and we'd bomb these massive hills, and it would be dude, it's just you're going, and then out of nowhere, it's you can't even control your legs, and then it's just it's coming, you're just gonna eat shit at some point.
That sounds terrible.
It's terrifying.
That sounds like the number one thing that makes me not want to skateboard.
Yeah,
the impending feeling of you're about to eat shit.
Yeah, I used to hate it, but I would just do it because all my friends did. But I like skateboarding. I'm not really good at it, but I like.
You just didn't like it at all.
I'm really good at cruising around, but I can't do tricks.
There's definitely some skateboarders who don't like it at all, and it's just they just reluctantly do it because it's cool as fuck.
I would say that's probably 50% of skateboarders.
Nigel Houston's just
getting hurt.
This shit sucks. Fuck this shit. But he's just is lean and has cool tattoos.
I don't really get how you could like something that much to just be getting hurt constantly.
Yeah, and that's the main perk of it.
Yeah.
I would definitely be on some pussy Tony Hawk fucking helmet and elbow pad shit.
Yeah, but Tony Hawk's also going off of massive jumps.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I'd be going down
Tony
the same
Hawk's
hill.
awesome because he's what is he 55 now or some shit, and he's just still doing
But have you seen him? He's been retiring all his tricks. He's been this is the last 500 I'll ever do.
Oh yeah, I actually have seen.
This is the last flip with milk in my hands that I'll ever do, and then he'll break down crying. It's fucking. I get it's sad. It's
it must be sad.
It's emotional to just watch him. But
I
at
mean,
least he did it into his
he's
old
been doing
age.
it forever.
Yeah,
and
at
then
least
all of a
he
sudden
kept going.
he must know, just within the next 5 years, it's he's not going to be able to do it at all anymore.
And it is his whole identity.
Yeah.
With an old rapper or a singer, you just sing your whole life. It's not you're going to lose your fucking. Or even if you play basketball, you could still throw a basketball at a fucking or play a old men's league.
Yeah.
But to be able to not be able to high fly anymore.
No, yeah, because it's he's it's gonna come to a certain point where it's if he gets hurt, he's gonna get seriously hurt.
Dude, imagine when we can't fucking drop pods anymore.
I know.
It's gonna be so fucking
That's the beauty
devastating,
of the voice,
bro.
It's the best instrument in the world.
Yeah, it truly is, man.
This is my therapy.
You could play it. It's seriously my fucking outlet, bro. It's my catharsis. I just need to fucking get a little bit of time, dump those thoughts out there, and I'm a new man.
Yeah,
I'm refreshed.
Exactly.
I'm 100% fresh again.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably going to podcast until the day that I die.
Podcast on your deathbed.
Yeah.
They say that everyone dies alone, but not if you have your trusty microphone.
Not when I got my listeners.
Not when you got your trusty Rhodes microphone and the Sons of Sam.
My blue snowball. Is that what it's called? The microphone?
Yeah.
That shitty-ass microphone.
A blue snowball sounds like a drug.
Yeah, it does.
How many Chris
Sounds
Farley
like
died. Chris Farley died from a blue snowball. He was just crushing a blue snowball, and fucking John Belushi's dead now.
He was just housing blue snowballs.
It sounds like fucking fire. I even know. I mean, I know what it would be. It's just when you.
We're probably not at the point in time where a major podcaster has died.
Damn.
Real shit.
It's so new. There's no podcaster that's podcaster 12 years old.
I mean,
right?
there probably is podcasters who've died, but not big ones.
Not fucking Mark Maron.
No, or JRE.
Oh, come on, bro. They'll shut down Austin when he dies. They're gonna give him a New Orleans style funeral, and they'll be going fucking buck wild in the streets shooting veals and fucking flash freezing them.
Do you ever listen to Tim Dillon's podcast?
Funny guy.
Yeah, you ever listen to it?
Yeah.
Did you hear his rant about Austin?
No, I didn't hear.
Oh, it was so funny. He was just talking about how Austin sucks and it's just He was like, it's a place for losers. He's like everyone here fails, and they come here to fail. And he's just like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, if that's your kind of thing, like, you can move here, but I'm leaving. He's been there for like
you
a month.
You want to be a loser?
He's been there for like a month, and he's leaving.
I've heard that people think that Elon Musk is eventually going to run for like mayor of Austin and like try to tackle all their problems with like modern technology.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Elon Musk will probably run for something, but like I don't understand why. Like, you think those people just like constantly crave more and more power?
Definitely. He's going to be like picking up he's going to solve like homelessness with like a forklift and like shoveling people into like a pod or something like that. You're rehoming people just with his fucking...
He's just going to gather up all the homeless people and throw them in a box. Ship them out to Mars.
He definitely is. He's going to like make like fucking just... Yeah, it's going to just be pods. Homeless people pods that he's just going to... They
like
all
Wall-E.
sleep in and then they get like relocated. It's going to be like Wall-E.
Yeah, they're going to ship everyone out to space. There's not enough room for you here.
Bro, Wall-E fucking... the trippiest Pixar movie.
I know,
that
really
shit
is.
blows your fucking mind, bro. I can't believe you don't fucking cook up some hot leaf and watch Wall-E, bro. The fact that you trip out to Wall-E just dead sober and that you haven't fucking burned one down and fucking
Wall-E's a great movie.
It's incredible. It
It's
actually
awesome.
might be the best Pixar movie. It might be the best Pixar movie.
I'm trying to think. Is Big Hero 6 Pixar?
No.
No?
I don't think so. If it is, I haven't seen it. So
Big Hero 6 is a good-ass movie. When I think of Pixar, I just think of, like, animated kids' movies.
Yeah.
What about the Bee Movie? You ever seen the Bee Movie?
Seinfeld?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Really?
I think that movie is so fucking funny.
I've never seen it. But I think that...
It's good. It's really good.
I didn't know as a child that Seinfeld got called, like, a bad actor. That he, like, got flamed for being a terrible actor. Even in the show Seinfeld.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
He's a bad actor. I never knew that. I guess he's always, like, smiling through his jokes or something like that. And so people were like... That is when I found out he was a bad actor when B Movie came out. So I was like,
well, you didn't like him?
No, I didn't watch it because someone was like, oh, he's a bad actor in Seinfeld.
B Movie is... I think B Movie is quite easily the best kids movie, like the kids movie comedy. Like, it's a funny ass movie. It's about a fucking bee who's
I'm listening.
Has romantic relations with a fully grown woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shut up. Not the queen bee.
No, the Barry B. Jerry Seinfeld.
So is that him trying to like compensate for dating a 16-year-old? It's like, actually, I like old women as well, and
Probably.
I'm a bee, and I'm a bee, so
Probably,
you can't say shit to me. And I'm a fucking wasp, so I'll fucking sting you.
He's a billionaire, you know that?
Seinfeld is?
Yeah.
What about his young wife?
No, she hasn't graduated high school yet.
That's what he likes about his wives. He gets older and they stay the same age. Yeah, that's fucking, it's crazy. I also heard that he has like Evian in his showers. That was almost
what is Evian?
like a water. Like he has like bottled water in his showers.
The worst.
Or maybe it might be like a fucking like Poland Spring.
Well, Poland Springs is good. Evian
he has some
sucks.
kind of like, I heard that he has some kind of bottled water in his shower, which made me like wonder how the fuck does that even work? Like, do you get just like a drum
How long
of it?
is he showering for?
I know. I'm picturing someone like cracking 20-ounce bottles.
Are you saying that his shower is like pumping out Evian water?
I'm saying that he has
like
low-level Sri Lankan servants who are pouring bottles of Poland Spring on him 20 ounces at a time.
Well, when you're that rich, it's like you can either dominate the world and impact it in worse ways, or you can do shit like that.
And just shower in Evian water.
I'd rather him just shower in fucking Fiji water or something than
like try to rehome the unhoused people
exactly.
with a fucking excavator with a fucking massive Tomcat or some shit like that.
What do you think about Larry David?
Funny ass dude. Also, pretty unscathed in the problematic world.
Yeah,
I think. I feel like he made it through pretty...
He made it through very well. He's an unproblematic king.
Dude, but he would fucking flame someone for dyslexia. You don't think he'd have some dyslexia jokes on his shit?
He is like... When I was in high school, we had to do a thing. When I was in 9th grade, they said, who's your biggest inspiration? And I said, Larry David.
He makes fun of people being in like wheelchairs and shit.
Yeah, I think he's like I think he'll go down as like top 3 comedians of all time.
Really?
Yeah, especially once he dies.
You think people will start respecting him again after he dies?
Happens. That's what happens with everybody. I don't know. I think people still. I think Curb Your Enthusiasm is like. Well, at least for me, it's one of my 2. I think it's one of the 2 funniest shows ever.
The fact that he has 2 all-time shows, we just have to. He's he's earned us on his dick.
Yeah.
Like, he's earned us being on his dick. Having
and
two all-time comedies.
Yeah. And I know, like, Seinfeld's aged a lot, which, like, obviously, like, a lot of shows do, like, Friends and everything ages, but I think Curb Your Enthusiasm is, like, outstandingly funny. And it's, like, almost all improv.
Yeah, they just have, like, a premise.
Yeah. Apparently, I was watching an interview with who's the guy, like, something with a G.
Gritty,
Greg?
the Flyers mascot? He was always in fucking Curb. It was him and JB Smooth living at Larry's house.
Larry David's like right-hand man in the show, or like the second character basically. He was saying that for the whole episode they'll have like 7 pages of notes.
And it'll just be like this scene, like you want to wind up doing this
exactly,
in the scene.
Yeah.
That it does give it a very distinct feel.
Yeah. And like most shows it would be like it's like a minute per page, so it'd be like 30 minutes.
I'm like obsessed with trying to figure out other people's processes on how to do shit. Like, what is like your process of doing that?
I always look up how much of blank show is improv.
Yeah,
I'm big into that.
Like I heard what songwriter did I fucking hear about that? Like they just like sing gibberish for 11 minutes and then they just pick like the gibberish that they like and arrange it into a song and then they just have a full gibberish song and then they'll just write the lyrics in afterwards. They'll just like do complete like fucking psychobabble and then they'll just like make up some random lyrics. It just was like why isn't everybody doing that? Or like why not do it that way? Or why isn't everybody improvising their shit like Larry David? Like
I mean it probably just comes down to like a talent thing.
Yeah, he's just massively talented or has a crazy vision.
Improving like 13 seasons of a show is like probably pretty hard.
But at the same time, if he has like a way for it to be down, when are you about to write a show, bro? I thought you were writing a show.
No, I've never tried to write a show. I don't have any ideas for a show at all.
Fuck that, dude. Just have like the life of Little Sasquatch.
It wouldn't be very interesting.
Day in the life of Little Sasquatch.
I would like to write on a show.
Yeah.
At some point in my life, yeah.
Why not just make the show and have yourself star in it, and then you can easily write on it?
Yeah. I just don't think my life is interesting enough to write a show about.
I'm trying to. My job is to just unlock you.
Yeah.
My job is to fucking unleash the dragon and fucking figure it out.
There's not really much to write about for me.
And make it a cartoon.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Some goofy ass cartoon. Our guy Tyler can do cartoons. I've heard great things about Tyler being able to do cartoons.
Yeah, that is true. I've heard that as well.
Intern that chops all this shit up. Or do a one-man show. Or write a stand-up routine. I know you wrote some stand-up the other night.
Yeah, I've been. I really want to try it. I want to do some stand-up.
I know you want to badly,
but I don't want to do it by myself.
So you want me in?
Yeah, I think you need to do it with.
I am more scared than you.
No,
please know that I'm fucking more
really
scared than you.
Are.
Please know that I am more
terrified. But you've done stand-up before,
and it was fucking scary because like I internalized all the fucking negative things about it.
Did you do an open mic or did you like a show?
I was at a show at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh wow!
And like I think one thing people laughed at, and it was me like I was like making fun of homeless people, which is something I'd never do now. It was like before I even learned about like punching down.
Yeah.
And like so in the front row was like fuck yes, brother. Like he hated homeless people too. He was like furious at homeless people.
The best thing that you can do when you're bombing, from my observations, is just be like, well, that one didn't go well. And the whole crowd laughs.
Yeah. Be self-aware.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Moving along. Okay, they didn't like that one. Internal monologue it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all do that. Like even like the first person to go up will do it, and even like the headliner will do it.
Okay, I guess that one's not working out.
And I lost you guys.
A whole set of just that?
Yeah.
Or you write that in beforehand knowing that that's how,
how
the
no,
joke
they
is going to be?
do that too.
Oh, this joke's going to suck. I'll just write in an and I lost you guys right there.
I feel like it like wouldn't be... The thing is, I worry about like getting on stage and just like forgetting everything I'm gonna say, which also like I know I can like bring up notes and shit because it seems like everyone does that. I thought that was a very not common thing, but every show I've gone to, like at least like half the comics have done that.
Or were there like saying jokes that they've said before?
Yeah, but that's just like they getting it down.
Yeah, but it just removes the illusion for me.
Yeah, I know you've said that before, but also it's like perfecting it. It's perfecting a joke.
Yeah, I mean...
They tweak it.
But like the nature of our game, podcasters, bro, we grip and we rip it. People probably think that this is edited down, or the fact that we're writing this all out.
This is fucking raw.
This is raw, bro. This is
raw
Eddie Murphy shit, bro. This is Chris Rock shit, but not like their stand-up shit, but like the raw nature of their material type of shit.
Exactly.
Fucking raw, dude. Like I might go have sex with a fucking prostitute that's transgendered. That kind of raw shit.
Yeah, that is raw.
Yeah,
that is
raw.
super raw.
Yeah, raw shit.
There was one joke,
edgy shit.
This guy was talking about role play, and I wanted to raise my hand. He was talking about role play, and he was like, "Does anyone here ever do role play?" And no one raised their hand. I wanted to raise my hand and say that me and my girlfriend do role play, and I pretend to be a gay man, and she pretends to be a Chick-fil-A worker. But then I was like, I'm not trying to take the shine out of his set.
Just having like a well-crafted joke
I knew
that's
that
way
done
funnier.
well. So I'm gonna somehow, if I eventually do stand up, I'm gonna use that one myself.
Yeah, definitely. How long did it take you to think of it?
Like 3 seconds.
What do you think of what do you think the mentality of a heckler is?
I've never been at a show where there's been a heckler.
Have you seen footage of hecklers?
Yeah, you got to be like an ass. You see that thing I tweeted out last week of the girl?
I don't think I did.
Some dude, like it was like an open mic, and some dude's making like dumbass jokes, and this girl and her friends are all, and the girl eventually, like I looked at her Twitter because she replied to my tweet, and she like did stand up that night there, and it's just like I don't know what the joke was, so like they said it was offensive, so maybe it was offensive. Like obviously it's like not an uncommon thing for like an open mic guy to go up and just say like crude shit, like in hopes of getting like a cheap laugh. But like he's doing his set, and they're like making jokes, and the guy's like, "Oh, you blue hair girl, blah blah blah," like the classic blue hair joke, and she's like, "Oh my god, he's getting so upset," to like all of her friends. no, she's like, "Oh my god, he's getting so defensive," and they're all laughing, and I was like, I would literally just never go out in public again if that happened to me.
If you were the guy on stage.
Yeah. Because like when it was, because clearly there weren't a lot of people there, because you could very easily hear her and her friends talking. It was like, because it was an open mic.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Oh my god, he's getting so defensive." And they all are just like, and like all of her friends are laughing,
just in hysterics.
And he's like, you fucking bitch. like just like he has nothing to say. It's so bad,
bro. I feel like it's so easy to beat the guy in the crowd. Like you have the microphone, and even the videos I see where it's like so and so destroys Heckler.
Yeah.
Like they're not saying anything really that crazy.
No. I mean, you have the superiority over everyone in the crowd. You have the mic, and you're up on stage.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are just like, shut the fuck up, and like the crowd like goes fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Or like they'll be like, on the count of 3, everyone say shut the fuck up, and it's like 1 million likes. Like I destroyed this heckler. Like you didn't really do anything that crazy. You didn't say that funny of a joke, but people want the heckler to lose so badly that like they'll give you the win. So the fact that this dude is just getting bodied by a heckler, not good. And if you had dropped the Chick-fil-A joke, you would have bodied somebody.
Well, I wasn't trying to body it. Like it was like he was just asking. Like his joke was funny.
Yeah,
but he was like asking, and he was like, "No one really." And I was about to raise my hand, but then I was all the way in the back row, and I was like,
Yeah, it's also just tough to try and be funny at somebody else's.
Yeah, exactly.
Show.
I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to be that guy.
Try to steal it. But when you think of something funny, it's also
I was
tough,
like, it was hard. I was tempted.
And you're not that far removed from a classroom setting where it's like you would be able to raise your hand and be a class clown.
Yeah.
Did you get jokes off in class, or were
you? I would never even raise my hand in class.
You would not even
quiet.
Called on. You wouldn't even have a smart aleck response.
Never.
You were never a smart aleck.
Nope.
You even have the term smart aleck?
Oh yeah, my grandpa always calls me a smart aleck.
'Cause you are.
No.
No, you are a smart aleck for sure. What setting does he call you a smart aleck in?
I mean, he hasn't said it in a while, but when I was younger, he was like, "Stop being such a smart aleck." That was like his go-to punchline.
It is a fucking incredible phrase.
Yeah, it is.
Alec.
I don't even know what it means.
Who the fuck is Alec?
I have a friend named Alec, but I've never.
Alec is such a fucking knockoff Alex name.
Yeah,
like Alex.
Realistically, you should just be named Alex.
Smart Alex.
Yeah. Quit being such a smart Alex. I always thought he was like smart out, like smart. Well, I don't. You just say smart ass.
Smart ass.
Yeah. Quit being such a smart ass.
Do you think it was like a thing that people were like older people try not to curse?
100%.
Like my mom always used to be like, sugar, honey, iced tea.
Yeah.
And I didn't know for a long time that spelled shit.
Oh wow, I never even realized that until just now.
Really?
Yeah. No,
Sugar,
yeah. My
honey,
mom.
ice.
Well,
tea.
not really anymore. But when I was younger, like the adults around me would be doing that shit.
You think you're about to curse around your children?
No, I don't even know if I've ever cursed in front of my family.
Really?
Yeah, we were like, it was never like oh, you're gonna get in trouble for swearing. I just always felt so uncomfortable doing it.
One time I was watching a football game and I didn't know what a word meant, and I fucking yelled at the screen of like a Eagles Redskins game, like, "You douchebag!" And my parents were like, "Adam!" And I was like so apologetic so fast because I didn't know what it meant. I heard it on an Adam Sandler CD, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't fucking know. I didn't know what a douchebag was. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I have such a vivid memory of when I was in like 5th grade, and I took the bus with all these like kids who were like all like these rich kids who would all just say the most like fucked up shit. And I remember they would always say pussy. And I went up to my mom. We were literally at the grocery store, and I was like, what does pussy mean? And she was just like, what?
I can show you better than I can tell you.
What? It was so bad.
What did she how did she describe it?
I don't remember. I just remember asking and then being very embarrassed after.
I remember being in like 7th grade and having like a really strong conscience, and I like snitched on myself that I cursed at football practice to my mom.
Oh yeah, I was definitely like that too.
I said fuck at football practice.
Yeah, I was the same way. I would never be able to hide shit from my parents. I'd always have to like
you tell your mom like I said pussy today. Like what does that mean? And she'd be like, you're being one right now. Stop telling me this.
It wouldn't be like that. It would be like if my like friends did something or like got in trouble for something, I'd like tell my mom for no reason.
Snitching on your friends is fucking.
But it would be like, oh, like my friend Bo got caught smoking weed, and I would be like, yeah, I guess Bo's smoking weed now. I had no idea. I had no idea that he was doing this. This is fucking news to me.
Why do you think you did it?
Because I didn't want to get in trouble myself.
Were you smoking weed with him?
No, yeah, probably. But when
so you were trying to throw him under the bus.
When I was in like 9th grade, I was smoking weed by myself. For like I had smoked weed. Like I smoked weed in like 9th grade, and then I stopped smoking weed. I smoked weed for like a week in 9th grade. I went through a week-long stoner phase.
And you're like, my brain is losing it now.
No,
this is going to be irreparable
damage. I got in trouble
damage.
with my parents after like a week, and I'm trying to think. Fuck, what happened? Oh, I got caught smoking weed after track practice. Not because I didn't get caught in the act. I got caught after.
Because you were listening to fucking Afro Man because I got high on the way home. Like, Mom, get out of my room! I was going to go to class.
No, it's actually a funny story. I forgot. This is a really funny story. So, I smoked a joint by myself in my bathroom at home. And I stood on my desk chair, and I blew it into the shower vent, and I had the shower on full blast heat and the sink. And I would take a puff, and then I would take shampoo. And I would lather the walls with shampoo.
The walls?
Yeah, because it would like
of the shower. Yes,
it
unleashes the smell. Yeah, it unleashes it.
And I had never been high. This was the first time I would smoke weed. I wouldn't get high. And then I got just fucking ripped. And I smoked a whole joint. And I was like 13.
The steam of was the window open?
Window was open.
But like the steam
was
probably
running.
Unlocked all the weed. It probably
No. The weed smell was completely gone.
No, I'm saying like it unlocked the potency of the weed that you're just like.
Oh yeah, good chance.
Fucking hotboxing in a sauna.
So then I start like freaking out because I'm like, holy shit, like I am fucked up right now, and I'm grabbing these eye drops and I'm just dumping them into my eyes because my eyes are just like. My eyes are just like so fucking
still
red.
In the bathroom?
Just the devil's dick. And I'm walking back and forth between my room and the bathroom. No one's home at this time. And I'm just emptying these eye drops into my eyes. And I look at them, and they're not red eye drops. They're just normal eye drops. So they're making my eyes significantly more red because I just emptied half a bottle of fucking contact lens eye drops into my eyes.
Just dousing yourself.
And then I'm like freaking out, and I'm sweating my ass off, and it's the middle of the winter, and I'm sweating my ass off, and I'm sitting in my room playing PlayStation with my friends, And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, dude, like I'm gonna get in trouble. Like this is fucked. Like my eyes are so red, blah blah blah. And I have all the windows in my room open. And my mom comes to my room and she's like, well, it's like 30 degrees outside. Like it's freezing in here. Like what are you doing? And I just like didn't make. I just pretended to keep playing PlayStation. I didn't make eye contact with her. And then
what were you playing?
PlayStation.
But what game?
GTA. And I'm sitting there and I just like keep playing. And I'm
just like punch a cop.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know. Like I'm really hot. Like it's really hot in here. And then she just like didn't think anything of it, went downstairs. And then I was just like, I'm just going to bite the bullet, go downstairs, see if she notices. So I like went downstairs. I remember I went and got an orange because I read that if you eat more, it helps, the high goes away.
Yeah.
So I was just ripping oranges.
Yes, crush it. Oranges specifically.
Yeah,
the lower calorie food it is, the faster it goes away.
So I get an orange. I go downstairs. I don't even make it down past the stairs, and my mom stops me and she goes, "What's wrong with your face?" And I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I go and I get my orange, and I'm like laughing, like trying to act like nothing's going on. But at the same time, my fucking face is just sweating profusely. Like
why were you sweating? Because you were nervous?
I was so nervous, dude. And my face is so red. Because months leading up to this, my parents like thought I was smoking weed, even though I wasn't.
Because you were bombing hills and fucking listening to
exactly.
Bob Dylan.
Exactly.
They're like, this kid is fucking stoned out of his mind. What the fuck?
Exactly. And my parents thought I was smoking weed, and it'd always be like a conversation when I got home. My mom would be like, "Are your friends doing drugs?" And I'd be like, "Nope." And then that time it happened, and it was just. And then my mom brings over my little sister, and she's like, "Doesn't something look weird about him?"
Your little sister?
It was so weird. I don't know why she did that. My little sister was like 6. She's like, "I don't know."
Does he look like he's on weed yet, sweetie?
And then it was like a whole thing. I didn't end up getting in trouble for it, but my parents.
So did you just cop to it? How did you lance the boil and let them know that you were high, or did she just was like, "You're high, aren't you?"
Yeah, and then I like pretended I wasn't, and then I like went back upstairs. And at that point, it's like you can't really keep it cool, like.
But your boys were over?
No, my boys weren't home. We were on like online
headset.
playing. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And they're just fucking idiots, and they're like, "Bro, relax, you're fine."
You probably would have been if you didn't open up the fucking windows and it just fucking mellowed the fuck out,
my
man.
eye, like one of my eyes was like shut. It was like
just twitching.
Yeah, literally. It was like Doug. What is that fucking show? Getting High with Doug. Getting Doug with High.
I don't know it.
You've never seen it?
No.
The talk show where they smoke weed.
No,
he has like he had Black Jack on it, like all those guys.
Fletcher?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it. Blackjack Fletcher was on a show.
Oh no,
Getting
Jack
High?
Black. I seen.
You said Blackjack. I said Blackjack Fletcher. I thought you meant the guy who
I was
did
confused
poker.
at what you meant. No, yeah,
gotcha,
Jack
gotcha.
Black. Like Jack Black, the Workaholics guys, like a bunch of famous people have been on it. And his eyes permanently fucked up from smoking weed. And that was like me.
How the fuck does that even happen? Your eye gets permanently fucked up from smoking
like this.
weed?
I was like,
it's just mad eye.
I was like,
lazy eye.
I was like, yeah, track practice was pretty good.
Are you a fucking
and then
pirate?
The moral of the story was, and when the snitching on the friends thing,
yeah,
I told my mom that I smoked weed with my friend Brendan, who I wasn't really good friends with at the time, and then he ended up becoming like one of my best friends.
You could throw him under the bus?
So I threw him under the bus, and then we ended up becoming like best friends, which made it very weird.
Your mom probably like called his house.
My mom like hated him for a while.
So your son's smoking weed with my son,
yeah.
And Brendan was probably like, "Oh, you smoke weed, bro?"
I didn't even I never even enjoyed smoking weed. It was just like all my friends were smoking weed, so I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna not smoke weed."
You were very susceptible to peer pressure.
Yeah, but it wasn't really peer pressure. Like I wanted to. Like I wanted to think it was cool.
You wanted to like it.
I wanted to like it, but I hated it. I always hated it.
Dude, I remember one of the first times I smoked weed at my parents' house. I was I was smoking in my room, and I took a couple puffs, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Like this whole room's gonna smell like weed.
Yeah.
Like I need to spread this smell out." And I started like walking through the house, like blowing weed in different rooms, and I came to and realized what I was doing when I was in my parents' room smoking the weed that I was trying to hide from my parents.
Weed in your parents' room?
I was literally trying to like dissipate the smell of it. I was like, oh, like if I just take a puff in here, like a puff in here, like it's not all gonna stink up in one room. But it's like it was maybe the highest and most dumb thing.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the dumber things I've heard.
It's incredibly dumb. But I was
how old were you?
I'm fucking too old to be doing that.
Oh,
honestly,
really?
like it was probably like I was probably in college.
Oh wow, that is really way too old.
Yeah, but it was like the winter time, or like my parents weren't there. It was just like my dad at the house, but he was like cool with it. But like I also like we would smoke in the basement. And so one time I remember we smoked like really like strong smelling weed.
Yeah.
Smelled like a skunk. And he came downstairs and was like, did a skunk die down here? Like, and he crawled into the crawl space thinking that a skunk had actually died in our house. I just didn't have the heart to tell him.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's really fucking dumb. Really dumb.
Yeah.
Walking into my parents' room and blowing weed in there so they can't smell that I'm smoking weed.
Yeah, that's
maybe
really
one of the stupidest
maybe the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
And and definitely the stupidest thing that I've ever done. It's just uncomprehensibly dumb.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Did you learn how to do a Rubik's Cube before you smoked weed?
Yeah, definitely. I've been able to do the Rubik's Cube since I was I've been able to do the Rubik's Cube since I was in like middle school.
Fuck, that's probably why your parents weren't that pissed off about the weed. They're like, this young boy's a prodigy.
They were pissed. It was like a whole thing. Like I became more paranoid after I stopped smoking weed than I did while I was smoking weed, because my parents were like, every day I'd get home, my parents would be like looking at my eyes. Like my dad, I'd get home from like a party, my dad would be like shining flashlights in my eyes, and I would be like,
let me smell your breath.
Yeah, it would just be like, I don't even know what to do, because like my eyes would also I just have naturally red eyes. Like my eyes get red. I get dry eyes.
Get up, stand up, brother.
Chronic dry eye syndrome.
I feel that. It goes around. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
But why would you feel paranoid if you weren't doing anything, though? If you had nothing to hide,
because they would like accuse me of still smoking weed. I remember one time I'm literally just sitting in my room playing video games, and my mom comes in and she's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "What are you talking?" I was like,
"What if they like sent you to boarding school?"
No, it was like literally like I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I'm just playing video games."
Which is what someone would say who had just smoked a bunch of weed.
I know, but I was literally just sitting there playing video games. She's like, "Your eyes are red." Oh my god, dude! There's just a list of times when it happened.
Because you were just so outwardly like the fit of your clothes is that of a stoner. You should have worn a fucking pocket protector or some shit.
So many times. Like I remember one time I was literally like, I went to go get my fucking check from work, from my old job, at the restaurant that we lived across the street from, and I came back and my mom was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "You were gone for a really long time." I was like, "I don't know." I was just getting my check.
We sent a private eye to tail you.
Yeah. I literally remember one time I put eye drops in my eyes, even though I didn't smoke weed, because I didn't feel like having my parents say my eyes were red. And then I thought that my eyes were too white. So I stood in front of a fan with my eyes open to make them more red.
Okay. That's as stupid as blowing weed into your parents' room. That is equally dumb. That is equally as fucking stupid.
I think I was in 9th grade at that time.
Yeah, that's equally fucking stupid.
Dude, it was just a nightmare. It was like, I don't know. Which I get it as a parent. Like, you don't want your kid doing drugs. But also, like,
let me fucking live, Mom.
It was fucking stressful.
Yes, bro.
And then I think when I got to like 11th grade, that kind of cooled down. 10th grade was pretty rough too with that.
With the
weed. Dude, if I ever actually smoked weed, it would have been a nightmare.
Like because you would have been that paranoid.
Yeah, I would smoke weed when I would like go on vacation with my buddies, and I would get super fucking high, and it would be fun.
Where would you go on vacation?
We wouldn't go on like vacation. We'd go to like it would be like New Year's Eve. We'd like sleep over somewhere, or we like went to my buddy's house in Maine.
That's a vacation.
Just got fucking rippered.
I fucking love that
just
shit.
Just got
in
fucking
Maine.
pitted.
Fuck yes, bro. Low light out there. You can see the stars. It's fucking fantastic out there.
We were ripping those fucking like those cancerous carts, the Fortnite carts.
The exploding ones, or the ones that just immediately were killing kids?
Those ones.
The ones where like 18 children died.
Cart night.
Just play a cart night.
We were smoking the cart night pack.
Just dying.
Yeah.
I heard this shit kills you.
Yeah.
Just fucking dying out there with your boys.
That shit was crazy. And people don't really. Do people even smoke those things anymore? Carts?
They can't.
I don't think anyone does that anymore, do they?
After they were killing people.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, we're
just on the flower now.
Oh yeah.
You're like that. You're like that level of weed guy.
A flower guy?
Yeah, like you call it flower. You definitely call it flower.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But now there's like shit that
flour or oil.
But now there's other shit. There was like wax. There's like they'll like put a fucking burning pen to like or like a tube to like a fucking lip balm thing, and you like fucking just sucking out of it.
What are those called? It's like a fuck. What is it called?
I don't know. Wax.
No,
tinctures.
Like the honey. It's like
I don't know. Some shit like that.
Fuck, I forget what that was called, because one of the first times to smoke weed, I went to a drug dealer's place. Me and my friend. I was on my way home from school, and I once again had like never gotten high, and he had that set up, and me and my buddy were literally about to like take a dab, And I was like, I look back on that all the time, and I'm like, dude, that would have been the worst fucking thing we've ever done.
Yes.
We had, like, never smoked weed, and we were about to just, like, start ripping, like, melting wax to our brains.
Early dabs were, like, it was, like, a hard drug experience. Not like soft drugs at all. Not like smoking weed.
That's what all my friends said. I've never done dabs, so that's what all my friends said.
One of my first dabs was, like, off of a nail of, like, a machine that fucking, like, it like, revved up like a fucking car engine and had like numbers flashing on the screen like a nuclear reactor, and I fucking dabbed off of it, and I fucking lost my wallet I was in San Jose. I lost my wallet until I got to Los Angeles fucking 4 days later. And it was just sitting at the top of my bag. It was just right there it like fucked up my circadian rhythm for like a fucking half week.
When we were in like 10th grade, one of my best friends from school did a dab for like the first time ever, and it was right before a football game, and he was like one of the better players on the team, or like sort of. He was good, and he.
What position did he play?
I have no idea.
You don't know the positions in football?
No,
I understand.
And he like got super sick, like he greened out, and he was like pale as a ghost.
He what?
He greened out.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard anyone say that before?
I've never heard that.
Greened out?
No.
Really?
What is it?
It's like when you smoke too much weed and you pass out.
That doesn't happen.
Happened to him.
It doesn't happen.
It's like you smoke too much weed, you get sick.
No, that doesn't happen.
Bro, that's because you're smoking that Philly weed.
Fucking shit is pure Cali, bro. The fuck are you talking about, bro?
You're smoking that catapulted weed over the
right, dude. My
border.
shit is hydroponic, bro. The fuck are you talking about, bro? My shit is fucking pure from Oregon, bro. My shit's from fucking Humboldt County,
dude,
California, bro.
Like multiple of my friends have greened out before.
That you don't green out. You brown out. You black out.
Someone green out, and they just get white as a ghost
and just like fall over.
And they're throwing up.
That's got to be some. I mean, I wasn't really smoking weed in high school, so I don't know. There's got to be some high school shit. Your body's like you're like not physically mature enough to be able to handle like smoking.
I haven't seen anyone. I haven't smoked weed in over like 2 years.
I've gotten white as a ghost by fucking dipping and by like smoking cigars. Like I've felt like I'm on the verge of throwing up from tobacco. Even a cigarette, bro. Cigarettes have fucked me up before.
Yeah. I've gotten really sick off of smoking cigars.
Yeah, that was you were about to say. That's one of the most sick you've ever.
The most sick I've ever seen anyone was off of dip.
Really?
Yeah, when we were younger in high school, we would all dip on a boat because like these older kids drove their boat by and they were all doing dip and they were like, "Here, take some," and we all did it. And literally, we drove home. I didn't get sick. I actually don't even think I did it. I didn't get sick. We're driving home, going like 1 mile per hour on the boat, and just 4 people are just throwing up off the sides of the boat.
Yeah, they're just fucking
so bad.
It's a combination of seasick, but. Dip and tobacco does I've never been able to get over that hump and I've tried fucking dipping, I've tried chewing, I've tried like the snus pouches, I've tried the nicotine free, and I've tried smoking cigarettes, a bunch of different kinds, and I've never been able to get over the hump with tobacco where it almost always makes me feel fucking terrible.
Yeah. Have you heard Donnie has like he's got these like Colombian cigarettes, and apparently they like one hit of them will just like make you puke.
They're terrible.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
He brought them in here and they started smoking them in this room, and it was fucking disgusting.
Was that in this room?
Yeah, they were fucking chiefing them. It was so foul.
Oh, I thought you meant when Ken Jack had those cigarettes.
Oh, maybe it was the Ken Jack, but where was his from? They were like Ugandan.
Those weren't cigarettes.
What were those?
It was just like herbs.
Oh, that's fucking weird too.
There was nothing in them, and they tasted disgusting.
Did you ever do the thing in high school where your friends would like press their hands up against your neck and you'd like pass out and like see like crazy shit?
No, but one of my buddies told me that he did that when he used to do that. Like they would pass out and they would all do it.
Yeah.
When he was at camp.
They used to do that on like I think I snitched on my like 6th grade football team for like doing that.
Really?
Like they were all like doing it like while they'd be like changing for practice, and like kids would like pass out and be like, "I just saw like a fucking Super fucking Mario game. I just was in Sonic the Hedgehog. It was fucking awesome." And they like would like just like die on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like people are killing themselves at football practice.
There was like a whole scandal on my football team because kids were snorting C4. Just like the pre-workout. And I remember at the time, everyone was like, "Dude, they're snorting C4." And we all thought it was like this illegal drug. And then not until
it does sound illegal.
Not until I was a senior in high school, I didn't realize that it's literally just fucking a pre-workout. Like it's
just
creatine.
Caffeine. It's caffeine and creatine that you
like
can get at a GNC.
Snorting it would actually do far less than just drinking it.
It actually makes it ineffective.
Yeah.
It gets it into your bloodstream so fast that you can't metabolize it, and it doesn't work at all.
It was such a big, like, it was like everyone was talking about it. Yeah, dude, blah, blah, blah. They were all snorting fucking C4, and it was like, no.
Shut the fuck up.
And they was like, yeah, it makes you play super well, but if you don't drink enough water, you just start puking like crazy. And it's like, I took C4 for like 3 years, and I never came close to puking.
We definitely did that before, like going out in college. Snorted C4. Or jacked 3D. Or like there were just all these different kinds of pre-workouts.
Like the fucking pre-workouts have the craziest names. Dark Matter.
And, like, my boy who always had, like, the heaviest shit that was, like, fucking... It was, like, drug prices. You buy, like, a kilo of it for, like, $750. But he would just, like, go for runs on it. It's like, bro, you're running. Like, isn't this for, like, extreme muscle building?
Oh, yeah. When I was big into running last year, and I would take a tiny little bit of pre-workout. Just for, like, the caffeine.
Just a bump?
Yeah, just
a key bump of it?
I would just put a tiny little bit in just to get the blood flowing. But now it's like I can't work out without pre-workout.
Really? Chemical dependency.
Yeah, it becomes a very, like, it just, like, isn't the same. I don't have the motivation without it anymore.
You should just do steroids.
No.
Why?
I don't want my heart to explode.
It's not going to fucking explode, dude.
Dude, it causes so many heart problems.
Take a fucking topical cream for one cycle.
No way.
Why?
I don't want to. I don't want to get gyno.
I'm trying to, I saw how much your friends could peer pressure you in high school into smoking weed and skateboarding, and it's just like, why don't I have
smoking weed when I was in like 9th grade?
But why don't I have the same sway? Like, why? How can I fucking? Oh, it was just your way to get into a friend group?
It was like I was hanging out with a bunch of kids who I don't even hang out with anymore. Look, kids who I haven't talked to in like 2 years.
They're all probably dead or in jail now.
Yeah, probably.
After a fucking high school's career of fucking smoking herb.
Some kid in my town killed someone like 2 days ago. It's all over the news.
Let's fucking go.
It's actually a really fucking crazy story.
Talk to me. Talk to me nice. I need to
hear
it.
Should we talk about it? I mean, it's not like a funny story. It's actually super fucked up.
Is it too soon? Do you think that we should put a pin in it? Because time plus tragedy equals comedy. So it's just like, if we wait long enough, it will be funny. 2 days is probably a hot button. Give me a couple of the details. I'll let you know if we should talk about it or not. What was the method of kill?
Well, first of all, the person that he killed was his dad. And second of all, it was...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That could go either way.
He drowned his dad in the local town pond.
Okay. Sounded pretty bad.
Yeah, he said that there was a demon in his dad, and he was trying to baptize him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's a lot more dark than that. Like, the dad was like an alcoholic, and he was like beating the kid and shit, and it was like the kid just like snapped and had like a psychotic breakdown.
Fuck. People kill people. It's crazy that high school people who were in high school. There was when I was on this bachelor party the other weekend, one of my buddies. Actually, my buddy who was on the bachelor party, him and his older brother both said very warm things about this podcast. They said that they love this podcast, but they were thinking of the story that I told about the kid from my class who like cut someone's throat, the fucking EMT kid. Who, cut someone's throat. And the kid reminded me, he was like, dude, there were 2 kids in my high school class that killed people, and one of them fucking...
Yeah, I didn't know this kid. He just moved to my town like 2 years ago, so I didn't really know him.
So you're not taking responsibility?
No, not at all. I don't even know what he looks like. But I just know it was a super fucked up story.
Yeah. That shit's whack. Killing your dad is whack.
Yeah,
hard drugs are whack.
I think
also, pressing your hands up against your throat and fucking passing out, that shit is whack. I don't want anyone trying that because they heard us fucking talking about it and making it sound sweet.
Yeah. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Disclaimer. Don't
kill your dad.
Killing anybody.
Okay. We're getting a lot of blowback from fucking Angies and the Menchies. And
people aren't happy with the killing, with the murder talk.
Seriously, last thing I want is fucking Keemstar to be doing a fucking 9-minute video expose roasting our asses with his pointy beard.
Did you see my Keemstar tweet yesterday?
Yeah. I was dying. What was it again?
I said TMZ just rolled up on me and asked quote unquote, do you have or asked about my quote unquote romantic relationship with Keemstar, and I said, in which I replied, it's purely sexual, and then I grabbed my crotch and walked away. Just gave him a firm crotch grab.
It's purely sexual. That's so
now
fucking...
get lost.
I only suck his dick because he called me... He said that I wasn't man enough to do it. He said I wasn't king of New York, so I suck his cock now. Any more questions? And you just grab the cob piece and fucking walk away.
I'm so glad we don't live in, like, L.A. or some shit like that. If we lived in LA, we would probably have like the Hollywood fix guy outside of Barstool HQ.
We would personally, the two of us?
No, and like
or
he
just
just
in
probably
general?
camp out here.
Why? Do you think just to find Dave?
Dude, that guy just follows everybody around.
He follows TikTokers who have fucking 20 million followers.
No, dude. I've seen him go up to people who have like a 500K.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
So he's close to hitting you up. Damn, bro.
But I don't think they really have a lot of that in New York.
They don't.
Yeah.
Everyone's famous. Famous people just matriculate. They're like fucking sharks swimming among the guppies. They're fucking big fish swimming with all the tiny fish. I respect the fuck out of it. I'll be honest. I have a verse of the Keemstar diss track written.
Oh, really?
I have a verse of it,
You're
but it's like I could just throw it out, or we could put it out and make a video out of it. It's really
we'll wait. We'll wait. Hold on it.
Hold on to it and see if he has any more aggressions and just empty the clip.
Yeah, I mean, is Keemstar who we want to use
for what?
For the diss track?
What do you mean?
Like, should we go with someone else? I mean, we don't really have too many enemies yet.
Yeah, like Dave. You mean?
We need
should
to
come
make
at
more
Dave,
enemies?
Josh, and Brianna.
No.
We did get in their ass a little bit last week with that.
It's so funny how everyone here, like, when like anyone makes like jokes, because I feel like a lot of people, it's like a lot of people do like commentary on sports, shit like that. But then like when we like make jokes, everyone's like, "Oh, these fucking trolls." Dave's like, "Oh, Lil Sas is a professional troll." It's like I don't really think I was trolling anyone. I made a dumb joke.
Or like a joke at your expense.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, dude, you're just trolling."
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in a fight with a potential advertiser in the fucking Instagram.
Yeah. It was like
Instagram
good cop,
DMs.
bad cop.
Yeah, you were the good cop.
I went good cop.
And I was getting in his ass.
There's no way if that's real though.
The numbers he was throwing around? Yeah, he's just trying to seem affluent. But he also tried to like little boy me.
Dude, those guys from LA, like Gruen seems like a nice guy. He texts us all the time. He's a supporter of the podcast.
What do you mean all the time? Are you saying more than you'd like?
No, I just mean like they're
the exact amount that you'd like? A little more than you'd like?
No, I just mean like those guys.
So then why don't you reply every time?
I know. I now know. I've now been in contact with 2 people from LA, like big, like management type people from LA, and it's Gruen and this new dude
who sucks.
Yeah, I mean he seems like a little bit of a hard ass, and both of them are just like so like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? And then all of a sudden they're just spamming you links of their accomplishments.
This is a
dude,
fucking
that's not how normal
article
people
I had on Forbes.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, Forbes will write an article about anything. Forbes is pay to play.
That's not how normal people have conversations.
Look at this article about me on Medium from 2015.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, dude? We're looking if we could do advertising with you. Oh yeah, that's fine. But you'll need to go through our advertising. You'll need to go through our sales department at Barstool. And then all of a sudden he's just sent, Fox News, CNN, Forbes.
I couldn't give less of a fuck.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what do you think? I'm gonna sit right now and just start reading all these articles about you?
Whoa, this guy's big. This guy's a big deal.
It's like, it's definitely just like an LA thing.
Dude, and that's everybody in LA.
Yeah.
In most cities, you can tell who's important and who's not important by how they carry themselves, how they dress, their surroundings, and everybody in LA carries themselves, dresses, and surrounds themselves like they're fucking famous, like they're paid, like they're important, and fucking barely any of them are.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. It's also just like,
sickening.
who does an ad deal through fucking Instagram DMs?
Yeah. And this dude was like trying to cut out Barstool, and I was like, dude, you just have to go through Barstool. It'll be like simple. He's like, dude, that's not how you do ad deals.
Dude,
like, you're allowed to take.
He was saying to me too. He was like, I can't believe you guys have to go through Barstool. And it's like, dude, that's like our job.
It's just the job. It's just like what our job is.
That is what our job is.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
This dude is so fucking dumb.
I know. And he was like, I can't relate. It's like Spotify only takes 20% from me. It's like, yeah, you probably also don't get an ad. You probably also don't get a salary from Spotify.
Yeah, and no one gives a fuck about your stupid shit. Like our podcast is brand new, dumb. We're lucky to have anybody listening to it.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about that dude's fucking podcast, music, fake Instagram that he has followers by.
Yeah.
I even want to say his name because like I'm so purely fucking distastefully fucking engrossed in hatred for this person.
It is just so, like, I don't know. It is just so, like, obviously it's like, I mean, I'm going to assume we're not going to get the ad deal, so I think we can talk about it. But the guy was trying to give us, he said to you, what did he say, $500,000?
He said $180,000, then he said $200,000, and then he said
he
$400,000, then he said $600,000, then he said $1 million.
Yeah.
He just
he
kept
said,
on
you guys
saying
just
like
lost $1 million. It's like, dude, in what world are you paying $1 million for a podcast with 6 episodes?
And he was also
and
like,
we don't. It's not even like we're doing like call her daddy numbers. Like, why would you ever spend $1 million on our podcast?
He is such a fucking loser.
You could
bro.
buy the entire podcast for $50,000 if you wanted to.
And
like $1 million.
And he kept on being like, good luck. I'm just going to go spend more money with Josh and Dave on BFF
like,
anyway.
Okay, we also work for that
Yeah,
company.
exactly. It's
Same
like,
company.
you're going to spend more
Same
money
company.
on my behalf with the company that I work for? I'm sure they'll be fucking furious. He even he put me and Dave in a fucking Instagram message
I saw that.
and was like, hey, Dave, like, you really let your employees talk to people like this? And I was like, oh, wow, Dave didn't really respond like you said he was. He was like, no, he actually just called me. It's like, no, he didn't. You're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
You have 600,000 Instagram followers, 27,000 followers on TikTok, and you have fucking 41 likes on TikTok. Tell me the numbers add up. Tell me that makes sense. Make that make sense for me. You have no fucking following. You have no fucking anything, and you're trying to throw money around. Tell me how the fucking world works? Suck my entire dick from the fucking front to the back and take your fucking time.
It's just that those people all just like they think I'm not saying like I know we talked shit about Gruen, but I really don't think Gruen's that bad of a guy anymore. But they all think that they deserve this like godly level of praise. They all think that they're like, no offense to Dave, they all think that they are like they all want to be the next Dave Portnoy. Clearly.
He was like, says the kid driving a Dodge Neon when I said I didn't even want his money. He was like, I can only imagine if you weren't funny, you'd be working at Arby's, you think? Like, or do you think you could see a manager at Best Buy, best case scenario or something like that?
Yeah. Just because we don't want his ad, this is all just because we said he has to go through the Barstool fucking sales team.
Yeah, it's so insane. I was like, I have a better fallback option than you'd have if the world ran out of snake oil to sell. And he was like, okay, you're a pretty smart kid. He just keeps on thinking.
He also thought you were 20 years old. Yeah.
He's just trying to like sun me. He was like, hey, listen, just for future reference,
like,
I know you're pretty new to this.
Yeah.
And that's what set me off. I was just fucking furious at him. The one response that I had where I just opened up a little bit, I was like, I can tell you want attention, but know this. You couldn't pay me to take your money. It took me 10 seconds to realize you suck, and I am an incredibly good judge of character with an incredible tolerance for people sucking, and you somehow superseded even that. There is no amount of apps you could design, connections you could make, money you could have, or shitty music you could put out that could change my mind on that.
Yeah.
I was just, I normally don't even fucking respond to people, but this guy got in my craw in such a way that please just don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just like a random LA dude who thinks that we should be like sucking him off, basically.
Or like I guess he knows Gruen.
Also, there's just no way. Like, don't say you're gonna be giving us. Don't say we just lost $1 million. Like, dude, whoever you're working for, if you gave us $1 million, you would lose your job.
Yeah, or if it's just your money, like, you're a fucking idiot. He's like, well, my company's worth $10 billion. It's like, okay, like, I don't give a fuck what your company's worth.
If
like,
your company's worth that much, then, like, why wouldn't he have
stop
gone to...
DMing me then.
Like,
if
why
you're worth that much money, stop DMing me.
Yeah, why wouldn't he have gone to BFFs?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, I mean, obviously our podcast is brand new, like, but, like, BFFs clearly does more impressions and shit than we do right now, so why wouldn't you just start with BFFs?
Another thing he said was like, I can't wait until Josh is on air making fun of you for like missing out on this deal.
Yeah, dude.
Like he was gonna write it into the ad read that like Josh has to make fun of. It just was but you played good cop though. You tried to not burn the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, well, who knows?
I was on suck my dick mode, and you were definitely playing the good cop.
I told him, I just said, hey man, like if you really want to do this ad deal, just send it to this link.
Send it to the
Barstool advertisers link.
Yeah, and they'll fucking sort your shit out, and you can just leave me the fuck alone. But it all stems from the fact that he was calling us a troll. Him and Gruen, or like Gruen, like described him to us. Gruen described us to him as trolls. He was like, "Oh, don't worry about them. They're just like trolls."
Oh,
it's like, no, I'm not saying this shit like I'm not saying this shit to troll you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really not trying to troll you. You hit me up, and I like started off the conversation cordially, and then you tried to sun me and Lil Bro me, and so I fired back at you.
Yeah.
Just because you fucking saw a fucking Gary V video and
I saw he followed me yesterday, and then he like
who V?
No, that guy. And then I like posted a video or something, and he like commented on it, and then I was like, oh. He actually DM'd me, and he was like, I think he was like trying to like sign our podcast or some shit.
Who?
That guy. But he like deleted the message, so I don't remember what it said.
Sign our podcast?
Like something weird. He like wanted to do something with our podcast, dude, and I don't think it was advertising.
What a fucking idiot, dude. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
But it was nice to get the juices flowing. It reminded me of just battle rapping days, just fucking thinking of mean shit to say to somebody and like try and make them feel bad about themselves.
It was early in the morning too.
Yeah, I was fucking up. Dude, my fucking building told me this morning that they were going to shut off the fucking water at 8 a.m.
Why?
I guess there's like construction going on across the street, and I got up, tried to fucking get a workout in, got sweaty as fuck, was like literally on a run, sprinting back to fucking try and get in the shower in time, and the water just never shut off. It was just fucking. Oh wow, the building just tricked me and fucking dicked me, and so I was just sitting up,
You're
just
up
like
grinding. They should do that every morning.
They honestly should. It would help me out because I was super productive this morning. I got a ton of shit done. I had time to fucking argue with people. Just recreationally sunning people. It was nice. It felt like a good time.
Yeah, that is good.
It was real fucking sweet. All right, should we call it?
Yeah, I think we're good.
How long has this been? I don't really have a good sense of how long it's ever been.
It feels like it's been at least an hour. 7:20? Yeah, it's definitely been over an hour.
It's been over an hour?
I think so, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
To sign off for the people.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Cheers.
That's pretty good. How about fuck. They're probably already subscribed.
Yeah, also throw a subscribe in.
A download. Watch us on YouTube.
Watch us on YouTube, too. Yeah, so now we're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. The YouTube is Lil Sasquatch. That is the YouTube. There's another YouTube. I don't know if that is ours. I don't think that belongs to us. I think that's just a random person.
Yeah, I can't tell, but
so don't watch it on that. Watch it on the Lil Sasquatch YouTube. And we'll be doing weekly episodes.
Also, I mean, speaking of getting us on Spotify, like the dudes from that show Smartless just got $80 million.
Oh yeah, I know. That was fucked. But that was from Amazon.
Oh, from Amazon?
Wait. Are you talking about who is it?
Smartless. It's like Will Arnett, the guys from.
Is it the three dudes?
Yes.
Yeah, they got Amazon.
Was it Amazon that gave them the money?
I think they might have gotten more than 80 million. I think it was like 90 million.
Oh, really? I thought it was 80, but regardless, what the fuck?
Yeah.
First of all, I want that.
Yeah.
Second of all, hey, brother, man, we just got to keep on going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just keep on going.
Bro, everyone's getting a bag right now.
Seriously, that's what I'm fucking pissed off about, man. Jealousy, but sometimes jealousy can be that motivation.
Once we get our Patreon up and running, we'll be good.
Yeah, we'll be fucking fine. I just hate to see other people successful. Have you ever seen Oh, I was trying to quote a movie. You're serious? You're dead serious. You've never seen There Will Be Blood?
Oh, no, I know what that movie is though.
You never saw it?
No.
That can be your homework. Even though you didn't read 48 Laws of Power, which was your old homework, and I would have known because I've been quoting it subtly throughout the entire episode. And if you had actually read it, you would have been perking up.
No, yeah, I did not read that.
How about just watch...
I've been lacking on my reading game.
I know. I could tell. Your vocabulary is dwindling. That was off my word a day calendar. Watch There Will Be Blood.
All right. I'll watch it tomorrow.
All right, watch it tomorrow.
All right, I will.
Sign us off. Now sign us off.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.